Hi, hello, welcome back to Planning with Jamie. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're in our Erin Condren 7x9 Daily Duo. This is like my catch-all planner, guys. She getting chunky. She is a big, and I love it so much. Look at this. She is like used like crazy. This has been so incredibly helpful to me. I love everything about it. And so we are wrapping up October here. So this was our monthly, and you can see I don't have stuff set up for November yet. So this is what we are going to focus on. We are going to get the page before. So this is like my brain dump list that I end up doing before the week. You can see I haven't been using this like to its full effect. This was a little bit better, but I want to get back into it because I used to do a pretty good job. I would always look back at these. I didn't always get them marked off, but this was really, really helpful actually when I was like pre-planning stuff for the month. And so we're gonna get this one set up. I did go through and I have already put on these headers for each month, and I just did that right away in the year, and that helps out. So we'll do that one. We need to do the main calendar. And then I think I have a different idea for this page. And so we're gonna try that out for November because I just feel like I need a little bit more organization on a few things. So the kit we're gonna use for our personal calendar this month is kit 381. So there are 3 separate pages available for this, and you purchase this a la carte. So whatever, like however many of each sheets you want. And so I went ahead and I printed off November for my kit, knowing that I was going to be using it. I love these colors. They're fall, but yet like not too fall. And so I thought that was really, really fun. I didn't want to go like full theme for Thanksgiving or anything like that either, because November is my birthday month. So I wanted something a little girly. And then all of the boxes and different icons. And then these are the date cover ups for the extra days, like these ones that don't belong into this month. And so we're gonna get going at this. Okay, so I think first thing first, we're gonna work on this main page here. And I mostly feel that way just because sometimes I use leftovers from here to do this page. And so it's kind of see what we need for the main page, use the leftovers on the opposite page. Oh, okay, I cannot believe that it is almost 2026. It is completely crazy. There is so much on my list that I want to get done. I keep on like trying to wrap my brain around like what things I want to get done first. And so yeah, I just feel like I need like a place to just brain dump it all. And so like personal life, I have certain stuff, but then business life, I have stuff. And yeah, it's just been a really busy season, but we are wrapping up things. So like kid football has wrapped up. We had our last game. We were an undefeated season. So that was a lot of fun. And then we're gonna use these washi strips right here at the bottom. But undefeated season for that, and then football season for dance, for high school dance is almost wrapped up. We've got, I think, one more home game, and we have state solo to compete at. I'm so super excited for that. By the time November hits, it's all done, but I'm pre-recording this, and so we don't know the outcomes of that quite yet. All right, I just take a ruler and I just peel that off. But I am so really excited for my daughter. She is a sophomore, and last year as a freshman, she also got to compete her solo at a state level. And it's just amazing because it's like, not everybody ever gets picked for this, and now she's gotten picked for it twice. So I hope that continues going on because she really loves the experience. So basically we have to go quite a few hours away from our house, and then she goes against other dancers from the whole entire state for their solos, and that is the qualifying. So then if they get picked to move on, then they get to compete at state like a month later. Okay, I love that this washi strip like matches this washi strip. It helps just kind of box stuff in. The other way we box stuff in is this side right here. And I just line this up with this gray line over here and the top ridge over here, and it works out perfectly that way. And so I also like here at the bottom that it overlaps with the washi. So if this washi is the blue color one and you want it different, like it still looks decorative. Okay, so we have the main portion of this stuck down. And then I think the next thing that I want to lay down is these date covers for the unused dates. So let's go ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay, so we have 5 up here, 5 more down here. We have plenty. Let's go ahead and get that done. And I like to also flip my planner over for this. And I just try to line it up like with those 2 lines basically, so that we can have a good start. It's a little bit crooked. There we go. I feel like the first one matters the most, because then after that we're just gonna butt this up to that one, and that's how it determines the spacing. There we go. Work has been busy, crazy busy lately. Kind of nice, lets the shifts go by a little bit quicker, but that being said, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, if you have just one person calling in, it just really falls apart. And I'm in healthcare and they staff minimally, you know, already. And so you don't really have the ability for people to be calling in. But we all make it work. We all work as a team and get the job done. So that is okay. And they hired a whole bunch of new people, so I foresee it getting better. It'll be fun. And it's funny, I was talking, and I wonder if this is you guys' feelings too. I was talking with some of my coworkers, and I'm like, you know, they're only as good as we train them up. So if you're orientating somebody, they're going to be your coworker. They're going to be who you depend on in the future. And so if you're like, oh, I don't want to train this person, and you really don't, guess what? You're going to have a bad coworker in the future because you didn't train them up. And I know precepting is like a lot of extra work and everything, but I mean, it's just something we all participate in. Okay, so then for these washi strips, I kind of look to see, is there a span of time that basically I need something marked for being off. I guess the other thing I want to do first is to put, I'm going to put these to the side because we're done with them. But the first thing I want to put actually is this, in case that washi strip needs to come on top of that. So for these ones, I look for big important boxes. Like, what do I want to stand out? So an obvious one for this month is Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is on the 27th. It's last Thursday of the month, the 4th Thursday. And so let's put, oh, it just moved like right after I got it in perfect positioning. There we go. So that will be Thanksgiving. Okay, then up here we have a high school dance competition. So I think that would be a fun one to mark this off with. And then I love this yellow color. It's really popping against that navy blue and the pink. Okay, and then another thing is, this is my 40th birthday. So we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna note that. I feel really weird saying that on video, but it's okay, it's a celebration. So we have that one, and then the other thing is, I think this band concert, I think we want to denote. And this is also Veterans Day. So quite a few things to celebrate there, and we'll put our band concert back on there. Okay, so now that we have those markers down, Now I feel like I can get that washi strip back out. And one thing that I want to note is we don't have school on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. So I am gonna put this down here so we can still see a little bit of that box and go straight over. And then generally with this one, I do like using my X-Acto knife just because it's like not on an edge of the page like that one was. I could have made it on the edge. I could have gone the other direction, I guess, but they're all kind of the same at this point. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip this upside down just so I could see like kind of where I'm at as far as how far down over there. It's hard to see actually at this angle, but that's gonna work out. Okay, so mark that one off. Okay, so I think I kind of got like the big things of this kit laid down so far. All right, so I think we have the main parts of this kit laid down. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna put the date dots down real quick and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we have all that done. And now I think we are just gonna go in order, like starting up here and just go straight down. So here, we have a dance competition. And so I think let's use one of these big boxes here. And I don't know if it'll be in the morning or in the afternoon. I'm trying to think. Last year, I feel like it was most of the day event. So like first thing in the morning. And then we also have dance. And so our studio knows that my daughter won't be there for this one, but I need to remind them. So I'm still gonna write it in. It is for a solo practice. And so, yeah, I just gotta remind them that that is a thing. Let's go ahead and we are gonna get our book. I went through and I like decluttered and restocked these. So we should have plenty for a few different times. But what I need to go to is the G's. And I put a whole bunch of GDT in here for high school dance. And I think let's put it right there. And then I'll just write dance comp. And like I said, we'll have to see what time that is because I really don't know. I guess a few other things we haven't put in that we normally do is our early outs. Okay, so that's every Wednesday. We usually put that at the lower section. So let's go ahead and find our E's. And we have 1, 2, 3, only 3 of them because that last one is a no school day. All right, let's get to the E's. And we need 3, I said. Okay. And let's get those down. I like to put those at this lower section just because like my eye is trained to go to the same section every single week then. Like I don't have to search for it. There we go. And then the other thing I also like to put down is if it's trash or recycling week. And y'all know I have my little icons here for trash and recycling. And then I just put the recycling one if it's trash and recycling. And I just put the trash one if it's only trash. So it's every other week is recycling, every week is trash. Okay, so down here on the 29th is a trash only. So then we know this one is recycling. And then we just alternate. And with this being so close to a holiday, I haven't heard yet, like if they're gonna alternate the schedule at all. But we'll kind of keep an ear out for it. Okay, and one last thing also that I like to put is my son's injection schedule, and we do that on Sundays. And let's see, the last Sunday of the month is a pink one. So if we come over here, that's a single injection. So we will be starting with a double injection here. And let's see, that's fall back daylight savings time It already feels like it. Okay, so double, I'm trying to look what colors I have, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So I think let's go ahead and do, I don't know, none of the colors really match perfectly, but if this one wants to come up. All right, so for double, we will do this purple. 2. I might move this one over just a tidge. And then down here on the 30th will also be a double. There we go. And then the alternate ones, we need 1, 2, and a third one for the key. We're gonna use up this little mint green color because I have exactly 3 left. I do have a whole nother page of these. So when I need them, there we go. Okay, so single is this mint. We're gonna start our little key over here. And double was the teal. No, was the purple. I'm like, wait, those are both teal colors almost. Let's get the right one here, Jamie. And we use this. We actually look at it to remember and to pre-plan and all that kind of stuff. So then I just write over here single and double, and we know what that means. Okay, get that out of the way, and then we are going back to it. So the first is all done. We are good with that. Go on to the second. It's fall back. I work. So I guess that's the other thing that I need to get in here is my work schedule. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, I feel like I'm just off my game this morning. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I don't work on the 1st, so we were fine as far as that goes. And then I work on the 2nd, the 9th. I'm gonna do everything on this side of the page and then flip the book over and do the other side. And I'm working a lot of weekends because they needed help and I was willing. So we'll make it work. And the 16th. There we go. And then let's see, I think everything else, I don't have my schedule for the end of this month, but I have it through the majority. It's just like the last week. Okay, the 8th I work, and then I'm gonna write in the time and location also here in a second. The 13th I work. And I like doing this early on too, because then my work stickers are in the same location on each day. So again, my eye is just trained to go to it. And then yes, you guys see this correctly. That sticker was bent in from me picking it up. So I'm just gonna replace it. I work on my birthday. I know. Oh, well, it will work out. Okay, and I think I want to put in something about my birthday before we get too far also. And let me see, I swear I have like a happy birthday sticker in here. Yeah, like right here. I feel like let's do this birthday sticker. And then I have these freebies from Planner Kate. And I like this Friday, and I like that one for me. So I think we're gonna do this one. She's kind of sipping her coffee. Oh, that's why I was worried about that this would overlap a little too much. So let's take that off for 2 seconds. We're gonna put her sipping her coffee. Put happy birthday. I almost want her over. Yeah, let's pull her up. Nope, it's staying. I'm gonna ruin the sticker if I do it. It doesn't want to come up. And then I think I'm gonna write with my Pigmon 10 and put happy birthday, mom 40, exclamation mark. Okay, let's celebrate me. I mean, I feel like it's already gonna kind of get pushed to the side just because of the pure fact that I'm working, but I also, like, the kids had other stuff going on that I just could not afford to take the day off, in the fact of like getting the risk of getting scheduled on a day that I needed off for them. So, all right, let me put in my work schedule real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we have all that done. And we're on the 2nd, so let's keep going with that now that we have some of those, you know, little space holders going on. And on the 2nd, I just work. And then on the 3rd, let's see, we have just high school dance. All right, I have all my colors. I didn't pull out the blue because football is all done. So we have studio dance, elementary, high school, random, and high school dance. So this works out so super well. So let's go ahead, and on this day we have high school dance, and we also have it on this day. This day she's supposed to have it, but she has our very early morning doctor's appointment, so it won't be happening. Then the other thing I want to put down is when we have dance. So let's go ahead. Let's see, they'll be skipping dance. Well, my oldest probably won't be skipping dance that night, so we'll still put it down. And then I need a double check here. I'm pretty positive, actually we're gonna put it, I'm positive we still have dance here. Pretty positive we have it here. And then I think we're off for actual Thanksgiving and the Black Friday. So we have those parts down. And let's put in our times. Okay, so those work. And then the other thing too that I haven't been putting a dot in is for band. And I feel like I need to start that. Or did we? Yeah, we started it last month. And so, yep, let's keep on putting in the purple dot for band. And so that is every Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's see, this Tuesday. I haven't heard that we don't have it on that Tuesday. We have the concert at night, so it actually makes sense that we would have it. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then just the Tuesday because there's no school that day. So let's put in 7:25 for all those. It's like 7:25 to 8:25, I believe. And so it's a good hour. Okay, there are all those. And so we were done with the 3rd. We didn't have much going on. The only thing here that we have going on is a dental appointment for my husband at 9:30. So I think let's use this one and write 9:30 Rem Dental. And I put that in here so I can remind him too. Like, he kind of has it on his calendar, but every now and then he'll forget about it. And so I'm like, hey, reminder, don't have client meetings. All right, so that's all we have that day. It's also election day. Then we're gonna go on here and we have 2 doctor's appointments, the early out. So let's do, I almost feel like this box is probably gonna be too big. I don't know, it might just fit. Had I known, nope, it's gonna be too big. I was gonna say, had I known, I would have put that other one a little bit bigger or a little bit further up. And so The issue is going to be too, these are going to overlap. You know what I can do? Okay, both of them start at 8 a.m. One is a telehealth appointment and one is an in-person appointment. So I'm going to take my daughter to a dermatology appointment, but I have telehealth at the same time. I tried to schedule this differently. I don't think it's a good plan, but they're like, oh, it can work. I'm just like, I don't know. That being said too, like my daughter can do her dermatology appointment on her own. So, and then let's see, mom, urology, tele. I don't know. I feel like I just need to call and change mine. Like I said, I didn't like it when they set it up in the first place. And so I just need to listen to my gut and stick with my guns that it's a bad idea. Because also, like, dermatology recommends a whole bunch of stuff that is over the counter, and I need to like understand what it is and where to get it and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, it's actually a little important that I'm in there. So yep, I'm going to be changing that. Okay, then on to the 6th, and we have yet another appointment. Yeah, very, very busy. Okay, so this is orthodontist appointment for my girls, for my younger girls. So at 8:20, we'll write B plus K ortho, K bottoms. She is gonna get her bottom braces on. We thought it was gonna happen this last time. I swear I overheard him say it when they were scheduling it, but I was wrong. And so that was fine, but just because it's gonna hurt more, I changed like menu and all that kind of stuff so that it's softer foods. Okay, we also have dance this night, so let's go ahead and mark dance, 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 and then this is Thanksgiving, so no dance. Also thinking of these holidays, before I forget, in the back here, oh, I end up doing a few things I absolutely love. So the washi strips, I'm always looking for long washi strips, and I'm having to flip through all the color pages, and it's becoming a thing. And so I finally just pulled all the washi strips and I put them together. Absolutely love it. Then the other thing I was always flipping through was the week labels. And so I ended up putting them together, and I made it so that if I get like more week 8s, I could just put it right next to it. And same with like week 14s, it can go next to it. So you can see here, I had a lot of them doubled up because I started realizing this is going to take a lot of pages. And here they're very doubled up. I have a habits page, like a habit tracker, but then back here, I've always done it like based on month. And so if I'm going to look for something specific for that month or that season, I know to just go straight back here, which is really, really nice. So we had Halloween ones that we ended up using, and now we have Veterans Day and Thanksgiving Day, so we can grab both of those. Perfect. And let's put Thanksgiving Day. We're actually gonna put it loud and proud and up top. And then Veterans Day, we might put towards the bottom. Let's see. See, I've already put stuff in here. Let's put it then up here, because I feel like I don't have much going on until at night. We'll just put a second dot right there, and we'll be filling that in for the band concert. Okay, so we have our holidays in. That's a little nice. Dance, I need to fill out those times real quick. Okay, so I think we're all done for that Thursday. It doesn't seem like as much because usually we would have football too. So kind of nice, one thing off of our list. Then we have another appointment. So every single day this week we had an appointment, which is kind of why I appreciated like working on the weekends. It was a benefit to them and a benefit to me. And oh, let's write in it first. So 7:50 IEP meeting for one of my daughters, just about speech. So super easy IEP. Hey, she's allowed to be pulled for speech intervention. She's been in speech her whole entire life. Poor girl never even started speaking until like age 4. And so because of that, there's just like certain sounds and stuff that she's still catching up with, but nothing that I am concerned about. She has made great strides. Okay, let's put that one down. Cute. Okay, and then on the 8th, we do have, let's see, high school dance is the one that I want, and that is state practice 8 to 1. Does it say where? Yes, it does. Okay, let's put that in, and that's all for that day. And then over here, the 9th, I just worked. The 10th, let's see, the 10th, we have the high school dance. So let's put that one in. And do we have it on the 11th too? We do, but we're a little bit out of space because of that one. So actually, let's switch these ones about so that they are actually in schedule out order. So that one was purple, and it's gonna go down here. I kind of was gonna put it there because it's a big event, but it's gonna have to go there. Okay, and let's write in our times. And then the band concert, band concert, 6 o'clock. Okay, and over here on the 12th, I have a staff meeting. So I think for that one, let's use one of these boxes, I guess, instead of one of the schedule boxes. Okay, and that is at 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock staff meeting. There we go. We also had dance, we have early out, it's trash day. So we have everything else that we need on there. Let's go on over to the 13th. This is all we have. The 14th, that is all we have, except for we have a bill due. And down here is my bill due. Oh, I didn't put in my paydays either, y'all. Let's see, 14th. I have, let me double check here, because I know I have some bill due ones, and I don't feel like any of these are going to match nicely to use, so that's fine. Let's grab a bill due here. And let's move that up there. And it's like a convention fee. There we go. And I just put that in there. I don't have to pay it. My husband does it for us. But we have a dance savings. So I just kind of remind him to make sure that like the the money gets moved from the savings into the main account so they can automatically withdraw it without any issues. I think just to balance that too, I'm going to take a second icon and put it next to it because I think that that's going to look cuter, and it does. All right, so the 14th, nothing else going on. The 15th, we have the girls solo. We have Friendsgiving dinner also. So we have 2 things, and I think let's use one of these because Friendsgiving dinner is like a really cute thing. And let's grab a GDT. And we also need the girls solo one. Okay, get in here. We can get rid of this one. Get over to the G's and grab GDT again. Let's put it over there. And I don't know like when and where or anything like that. So Friendsgiving dinner. And then I'll leave that open. Then I can put like the time a little bit. And then we have our solo duet practice. So I wrote girls. I'm thinking that means all. So girls, and I'll double check this stuff. I am very good at reviewing the week and making sure I have schedules correct. So girls solo / duet. The reason why I'm questioning this one, noon to 1, usually it's 11 to 1 instead of noon to 1. So I'm thinking it's just my younger girls that are doing their solo practice, and that my daughter like will have a makeup otherwise. Okay. The 16th, I just work. We have injection. The 17th, we have high school dance. There we go. The 18th, we have high school dance, so we'll also put that. And I think that's kind of all. It's funny, I'm actually looking forward to November right now. Okay, except for the coldness, man, it turned freezing cold overnight out of nowhere. Like one day was beautiful and the next day was like, here's your winter on a platter. So, and that's fine. I just pivot when that happens, and I'm just like, all right, extra outside duties are done, except for I need to like pull my garden out and all that kind of stuff, like weatherize stuff outside. But then I'm just like house projects, home and family projects, and obviously planning with Jamie projects are always on there. Okay, we have everything going on for Tuesday. Wednesday, we have nothing extra. Thursday, we have nothing extra. Wow, this is kind of crazy. I'm sure it'll fill up. This day it kind of stinks, and this is all on me. I did not even tell my boss that this was my birthday, and so I'm working till close, and I'm working in the lab. So kind of double hit there, but that's fine. We'll make it work. It's great. And then the 22nd, let's see, we have solo and duet. And this one I wrote specifically the other time, so I feel like very confident this one is correct. I just need to double check on the 15th because I feel like that one might be a little bit different. Okay, and then we have BK solos, L duet, and that one is noon to 1. Okay. The 23rd, we have nothing, which is crazy. So maybe that day we will celebrate my 40th birthday. And then the 24th, we just have the high school dance. The 25th, we don't have high school dance. So let's go ahead and finish up the Monday. All right, 25th, that is all that's going on. 26th, this is exciting and almost scary in my head all at the same time. I am having procedures started, surgeries, I don't know what you call it, for my varicose veins on my legs. And so this is the first one out of 3. And let's see. It's for me, and they are starting with my left leg because that is my worst leg. They can only do 1 vein per day, and I have 3 veins that need taken care of. And so that's where the 3 appointments go in, and then we're just going to have a chill day after that. They say I can go back to work the next day and all that kind of stuff. So I hope that's very, very true. I hope they are not underplaying it like they do for a lot of other things, but I've tried to ask a few people that have gotten it done, and I don't know. I'm not that worried about it, honestly. Okay, love that. We need to put in no school. We never threw that in. So let's get to our ends. Okay, and we're probably gonna do one on each day there, or should I just do, you know, if I kind of put it down like this, I feel like it makes it a little bit more obvious that it's with that washi strip. So that will cover all 3 of those days for no school. Let's just put it down each day. I wasn't going to, but I also have a buttload of no school scripts, so we can use them up. Okay, this is Thanksgiving. This is Black Friday. I don't know what I worked this week yet. The only day I requested off was the day of my procedure. And we're closed on Thanksgiving, so I know I don't work that day. We have nothing going on this Saturday. Whoop, whoop. Oh my gosh, that just never happens. And then down here on the 30th, we have a couple things going on. And of course, that's a really small box for this. But we have a dance showcase for high school dance, and we had practice ahead of time for that. And so I think let's get GDT out again. I should just put a whole bunch of these in the front of this binder so that it's like right here, because I feel like that's one that I use pretty frequently. And this is going to be a really small box. Let's see what it fits like down here first. I almost want one of the bigger boxes, but I also feel like that's kind of the wrong color. Let's see if we have another one of these blues is what I'm really looking for. And I have a lot of colored ones, so there is a chance that we do. Oh, look at all these icons, you guys. I loved it. Ugh. Like I said, I pulled some that I wasn't quite using, and then I kept some others. So red, orange, yellow, green, and here is the first page of blues, and I don't see that size box. That is actually a size box that, like these ones, I go for pretty gosh darn regularly, basically. But yeah, you could see I really filled these in. Orange, yellow, blue. Oh, we do right here. That is so perfect, you guys. See? And my goal is to look through this and use it as much as I can. So I just did exactly what I was supposed to do. I think we need to take up the shot one. There we go. Give me that one. And then you probably need to take up the date dot also, because this is why I put these ones down first, because I don't like bringing up all these stickers after the fact. Sometimes if you curl the page, it'll help. There we go. Also, my nails have been breaking, so it's been making it so hard. It's been frustrating. The cold weather, you know, it just happens. Oh, love that. Okay. We'll put his shot back down here. We will put our date dot back up there. And see, this makes this pop so much better. Also feels like more space, even though it's not. Let's put a little yellow dot so it catches our eye that that's who it is for. And we have 2 things. So we have practice 3 to 4:30. I don't know if she said where that's at, because I haven't put that yet. And then we have showcase also. So let's write in showcase. Okay, love that. Okay, I think the next thing we need to look at is to come over here and make sense of this portion. So let's put a little box up here. There we go. And then let's look for this month. Here's this week. Oh, duh, we have it. Right here. I always forget. I have this month and next month. I feel like usually I have enough to write over here that I only do this month, and that works out really well for me. And then the other thing I want to put down here is like my color coding, and we didn't use any gray. We just used appointment ones, so we're good for that. Okay, so teal. Here, it's getting windy outside. Hearing it go crazy. Here, almost done, guys. Almost there. Okay, let's take this, and then I write in what the key is, because as much as I know it right now, maybe a year from now, I'm like, crap, what did I do with this? And so I just end up writing it in. Okay, so that works really, really well. And then what kind of things do I need to do each month? So I need to refill Beckett's prescription. Oh, I put BX instead of BG. I was thinking prescription. That's what I was thinking. Okay, I need to refill his sister's prescription. And then not till December do I need to refill my other daughter's. So we're good for that. I try to get like 3 months of anything as much as we can. Let's see. Beckett needs a haircut. I try to write that monthly. Let's see, there's field trips, there's labs. He's not due for labs, so October, November, December, January, not till January, so we are good. Family game night. I'm trying to think. All right, so let's write game night. Okay, then we also like to always mark what the kit number is, and I usually always do it over here, so we're just gonna have to randomly, oh, we didn't put in our paydays either, so we just randomly put it on there. Let's grab our sheet. We have monies down here, and I give you 4 weeks worth, so that's really good. And I get paid every Monday, and then I also get paid on the 1st and the 21st. I get paid like every other Tuesday also, but I don't put that one down. I mean, it matters. I don't know why I don't put it down. I just don't. So that's all from here. So let's get out our reusable sticker book, get back there to all those oh so satisfying icons, and then for each icon I put like the mini version and the regular size version, and that worked out really, really well. And so we said the first needs one. We'll just fit it wherever. Like here, I love that it just fits at the top of those. That works really perfectly. And then let's see, I said the 21st, which is my birthday. Show me the money. Okay, and then that is probably good. And then the next thing that I wanted to fill in, so this one I'm going to fill in off page. I think what I'm going to do is I can either use these to kind of make a border around here, or let's see what long washi strips I ended up putting. Remember back here I had washi strips right here. and see if there's a certain color of washi strip. I feel like they're not. Let's see. Let's do, we're just going to start this and then we're going to figure it out as we go. Okay. I hope I don't regret like using that much of lines, but that being said, I want it to be thick and bold. That's what gives it the decorative style. Oh gosh, we're not going to have enough of these. I'll just cut off some of this and space it over in hopes that it lines up okay. But this is a really good way of using up these extras, is to make your own washi strip. So then, let me get my bigger scissors. I feel like this one is awkward to cut just because like where the rings are. I'm very right-handed, so I just want to cut with my right hand, but it's not going to happen. I'll be right back. Okay, so I did that. It actually is really good. I think I just have... There we go. Now that's nice and straight. Look, that one doesn't line up anyways. Let's see. Looking at them, it doesn't look like any of them do. So then, you know what? Or yeah, let's go ahead and let's fill in with this one. It's not going to be perfect, but it will be done. So that's all that matters. Let's just get out the X-Acto knife. Okay. Yeah, that kind of bothers me that it doesn't line up, but oh well. And then I think the other thing too is like wanting some color up here, and this sticker's been down long enough. I'm not gonna attempt to peel it up, but okay. And I almost want something down here, and I'm considering, I just have this random, do I want the random yellow? Actually, let's leave it as this, because once I start putting the dots in, it'll become colorful and that will work out. So November to-do list is done. I'm going to put dots and I'm going to like write everything down. Okay. And then we have our November monthly is done. And then the only other thing that I wanted to mess around with is this here. And I have this extra perpetual calendar that I think I just want to put on here. And my whole goal is that I can kind of like try to pre-plan either my menu, or I can pre-plan like what I can do for my planning with Jamie, like what days can be all-nighters, what days do I want to do new releases, what days needs to be a filming day, all that kind of stuff. So part of me likes the menu, part of me likes the planning with Jamie. I will decide shortly. Usually I don't take that whole thing off already, but I feel like this video is really long already. Okay, just line it up top. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top. It fits just fine without doing it. And this is why I usually, there we go. So kind of hold this up as you go and then just nicely smooth it down. And then go outward, and it makes everything nice and neat. If you guys care about those lines you could see through, you can white them out, but I don't mind it very much. And then I like all my calendars to say Sunday starts. So it's probably good. I was trying to make it even here. And then I think I do want to cut out what kit this is, because I know I will be questioning it in my head in the future. So on all the newer kits, this, my machine cuts out and you could just peel it off. On my older kits, you have to do this with it. Okay, and then put the kit number down here, and then there's two options here. I can either put up top a planning with Jamie script, like right up here, so that this says This is like my social media calendar that I can carry around inside my personal planner, or I could do a menu plan. And like I said, part of me is actually thinking the menu plan is the better choice of the two. Okay, so November to-do list, like I said, I'm going to dash them down here. I'm going to end up writing in a whole bunch of different stuff, such as how I did it here. This ends up working really well. There are certain things I do certain months of the year. So there's certain things I do every single month, every other month, every third month, maybe only twice a year. There's renewals of certain memberships and subscriptions and all that kind of stuff that happens certain months. So I just try to pre-write those down. And then we have our calendar. Guys, I love this kit. It is so fun, but yet still fallish. And then we have what's going to end up being our menu plan right here too. So absolutely love this, you guys. All right, this is kit 381. It is linked down below. Go ahead, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.